Good, but enough to get me on the. I mean, just get me settled in and ready for a nice training session today. I think we'll be the conditions here and everyone, just to meet everyone. I think that's the most important thing, just to get welcomed by everyone and feel like I'm at home, and then I'll be ready to roll tomorrow.
You play tomorrow?
Absolutely. If selected, we'll see what happens.
Who convinced you to take this job?
I chatted to Lynn a while back at the IPL, and that's where the seed was planted. And from there on, we lost touch for a few months after that, and then sort of started chatting again. And then obviously with Darren, our coach, and Lenny, the two of them, I think, were the main characters to get me here.
Were they heavy? Were they pushing you?
No, not at all. You guys know Darren and obviously Chris as well. They're very relaxed characters. I think the way we play, we sort of enjoy each other's style of cricket, and Brisbane as a city has always been one of those cities I've enjoyed travelling to. So everything has sort of worked out, and I'm very happy to be here right now.
Seen much of the Heats campaign so far, and what do you make of where they're at?
I have. It's all broadcasted back home, so I've watched most of the games, and those I missed, I followed the scores live. So it's been a good campaign so far. I think we've gotten a nice run, 1-2 in a row, and then unfortunately lost that last one. But I think there's a lot of highlights in those first 8 games, and I think enough to take us forward and hopefully all the way. So we'll see what happens.
Where do you fit into the? Do you know where you're going to bat? What number you'll bat, or how's that going to work?
I'm generally in the middle order. I'm not very set on that. I'm very easy when it comes to that. I'm guessing 3 or 4. Lenny has sort of spoken to me about that before, but we'll take that further today at today's training and just get it dotted down for what'll happen tomorrow.
What were you thinking? The Heat were 1 and 3 in the early stages.
Yeah, it was a tough start. It's T20 cricket for you. I've been part of Bangalore and the IPL. We've had a few tough starts as well. So we all know this format well. It's never too late, and also when you win 6 out of 6, you're also not guaranteed of knockout. So I think the motto will be to take it one game at a time. And when you do get on a run, to make sure you make the most of it. Obviously humbled after the last defeat, but got a bit of new energy in myself and Jeep, who arrived last night as well, and that'll get us going on a good run.
It's obviously a lot of talent though in the side, isn't there? I mean, we see like 200 plus scores a couple of times. And, do you think it's just maybe some cool heads sometimes with the team?
I think so. Experience is irreplaceable. I've seen that in many T20 tournaments around the world. You still got to get the job done, so it doesn't mean that you experience and now everything will be easy. I know what's required of me to make a play for the team. I'll use all of the experience that I get. There's been some standout performances in this team, so I think the team is in a really good place. As you said, there's been some high scores, a lot of talent. I think Tom Benton did a fantastic job as an opener over here, and hopefully I'll do that a similar kind of job. It's just only in the middle.
Darren has said that he'd also like to tap your cricketing brain with the kids in this side. Are you happy to take that role as well?
Who said that?
Darren.
Oh, Darren. Yes. I think it's a natural kind of role for me. I'm 35 now. I've played quite a bit of cricket around the world. I would hate to think that I'm not going to have that kind of role when I join teams like this. And also now in December at home, I had a similar kind of role with youngsters in South African cricket coming through. I really enjoy that. I enjoy guys asking me questions about my batting and about what I've learned over my 15 years of playing international cricket. So I'd like to think that with Chris and a few others, we'll help some of the youngsters understanding that what's necessary to achieve success and to go all the way with their careers.
What sort of form are you in?
I think good. I had a fantastic tournament in South Africa. You might know my stats better than I do. I don't really follow stats, but I had a few good knocks. I felt in some of the best form of my career, so hopefully we'll see more of that now in this tournament.
And what are your thoughts on batting with Lenny? How explosive could that be?
It could be interesting. As I've said before, it's I don't know what to expect, to be honest. We know each other from chatting at the IPL and just staying in touch and so on, but it's an interesting dynamic when it comes to cricket. 2 players at a crease, it works or it doesn't. Now I've got a feeling that it's going to work, and it's going to be very nice to watch. So hopefully I'll do most of the watching at the non-strikers end.
Do you feel any pressure with the expectations being put on you with your arrival?
I always do. I've said that many times before in my career. Wherever I play around the world, whether it's a club game or the World Cup semi-finals, I feel the same kind of pressure when I go out to bat. I've always got that pressure on myself that I put on myself to perform at the best of my ability. This is no different, but I've done it so many times. It doesn't guarantee, once again, doesn't guarantee success, but I know what to expect. I know the butterflies I'm getting in my stomach is a good sign generally. And all I can do is go out there and just enjoy myself, make sure I have a good influence on my teammates, and hopefully have an impact on the games with my bat in hand as well. But then there's the fielding and off-field stuff as well. So I've got a big role to play as an individual and not just a cricketer. And I'm looking forward to the challenge, so let's see what happens.
Did you see any of the highlights from Stoinis' innings last night?
There was, I can't remember where I saw it. I saw some of the shots on telly. I think I was checking at the hotel and I saw some of them on the side of the wall. Some amazing cricket shots. And fantastic knock, obviously. I played with him at RCB in the IPL. He's a dynamic player with a bright future ahead of him. And hopefully, not in this tournament, but hopefully in the future we'll see more of that.
Just in general, like can happen in what's the batting in the short form cricket? Like you probably set the bar yourself originally. Are you surprised now at what you're seeing around the world with some of these knocks?
Yes and no. I think some of the shots and some of the innings I see obviously actually, unbelievable, but also not surprised that the game keeps evolving. And just the shots that I played, the bowlers, the batters are all getting better every day. So I won't say I'm leading that back, but I'd like to think that I've still got a bit more in the tank to display over the next few years.
What's the excitement level like within the squad?
It's just gone up a couple of notches, I reckon. Yeah, look, I think we're building nicely in the campaign so far. Obviously, the loss the other night over in Perth, but we have had a tough schedule and the long flights. But the boys are ready to go. And it's a breath of fresh air maybe in the group now, and also Majid. And I think we're prepping nicely for some back end success.
Any firm idea on where AB will bat tonight?
It's going to be 3 or 4, but we'll work on our matchups and see how we're best suited against Adelaide strikers as we've got them back to back. And we'll find out today at our top-up session, and then we'll go from there. But we're pretty open-minded to what he feels comfortable with and where the team feel comfortable as well.
Are you open, do you think, if that works best? Or?
Yeah, potentially. Look, we might go with the right-hand, left-hand combination with Renshaw. We've got Burnsy there who's a test opener. So we've got options there, and that's what good teams do have. And I think our balance of our lineup is really suitable now, even though Tommy Benn smacked the cover off the ball when he did get his opportunity. So, yeah, we'll soon find out.
How good is it to have someone with his experience coming into the side at this time?
Oh, it's crucial. As he said, experience is everything. There was a couple of games there where we needed that experience through those mediocre totals that we were chasing. So to have him in that lineup it's just gold. And I think out in the field as well, what Ben Lachlan has brought to the setup this year has been amazing. So to have someone like AB is crucial for us. And as we've spoken about, we've got generally a young team, and the guys are mad if they don't be a sponge over the next couple of weeks and utilise the information that he'll bring.
He's got to come in. I mean, he comes in pretty late though, doesn't he? Do you think there'll be a bit of a teething period? Or?
Nah, not at all. I can basically give him tomorrow a free hit, basically, to just come off the plane, so see how he goes. But as he mentioned earlier, he's played cricket all around the world. He's got off a plane and played the next day, so won't be any issues from our end or from his end.
How big do you think he's been in like the progression or the evolution of short form cricket? What batsmen are game to take on?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, he's probably the number one entertaining batsman in the world. When he gets going, he does hit the ball 360 degrees whenever he wants. I believe he's 2 steps ahead of the game compared to everyone else. And if whoever is batting at the other end, whether it's myself, Max Ryan, Joe Burns, Matty Renshaw, just make sure you utilise and learn from what he's doing, because I think he is the best in the game, and the way he thinks is totally different to other batters around the world.
Well, even Stoinis last night, some of those flicks off the hip and that sort of AB.
It's a bit of AB and Glenn Maxwell, a couple of those shots, but I think that's the beauty of the Big Bash guys, are actually learning from watching other players have success around or out in the middle. And Stoinis is generally a power hitter down the ground, but now he's hitting the ball behind point, behind square leg, and it's really exciting to see from an Australian point of view.
What role did you have in this?
Maybe just instigated it, but I think credit's got to go to Andrew McShay and the team behind the scenes, because I can only do so much, and I actually think less is more for us. We weren't hassling him all the time, and first and foremost we wanted to make sure his family's looked after if they come out, and that was a big bonus from AB's point of view. But yeah, you can ask the questions, but I think players like that, the more you hassle them, the more annoyed they get and actually are stubborn and don't want to come out. So yeah, I think obviously we went about it the right way because we got the job done.
Must be a relief that you've got a bit of that heavy lifting done to get back in the tournament with Easter coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like traditionally, we're slow starters in the tournament, so for us to get those 3 wins on the trot was very important just after Christmas. And we're starting to get a blueprint and work out, and now we're just going to have to rejig that a little bit with AB coming in. But yeah, we're building nicely, and I think there's good confidence with bat and ball now because we've seen early in the tournament we only really put one innings together, but now we're doing both, and it's good signs.